Hey G Squad, welcome back to the episode of Is It Worth It? So for today's episode, this cool amazing model right here in my hand, and basically what this is the Sony ZV1. So I believe this camera came out last year, but I decided to get this one because I wanted to get a new camera and also like a backup one just in case. And I saw a lot of people started to use this camera, so I wanted to check it out to see what it's all about. So when you guys take a look on the side right here, they mentioned some of the specs that's on here. Let's open up to show you guys what provided for you guys inside first. Alright, so when we first open up, there's a bunch of paper here. So those like all the paper here, just like the warranty and etc. And then if you guys open up this part here, you guys can see that's what it looks like inside right there. So they do provide guys this wind blocker right here for the microphone, so that way it can actually prevent a lot of the wind from getting onto the microphone when you guys are recording stuff. Next up right here, they provide guys the cable, which is USB to micro USB, so you guys want to use this to recharge the product. And then right here, they provide guys the battery, so let's take it out. Alright, so right here is the battery that's provided for you guys. So I just unplug this into a camera in order to power it up. And then last but not least, we have the product right here. And that's basically everything that's included for you guys in the package. Alright, so when you take out the camera, you can see this is basically what the camera looks like. So you can see on the top part here, those are all the buttons. So you guys get the on and off button, the mode button, I believe that's record button. And this is another button right here. Then there's a camera button and zoom in and zoom out button. When you guys look at the side right here, there's actually different compartments right here. So the first part on top right here, you can see that is basically where you plug in the microphone. If you guys want to use external microphone, you guys can close it back up when you guys are not using it. Next part right here is a micro USB slot. So I believe you guys can actually plug it in to transfer files, or you can also use that to recharge your camera as well. When you guys are done, close it back up. And the last one right here, that should be a HDMI cable. So you can actually plug in the HDMI cable to project it onto a TV screen or something else. So those are all the different slots that's on here. And then the back right here or the front, depending on how you see it, this is what it looks like here. So you basically get all the buttons that you can probably get on like a regular camera right here. If you guys are curious about what each one is for, you guys always refer to the instruction manual that's provided for you guys. And then on the very bottom right here, if you can see, you guys can plug in a tripod on here if you guys want to. And this is basically where you can plug in your battery and also the SD card as well. So we open it up. That's what it looks like inside. So we plug in the battery in here. Alright, so I've got the battery in. Now I'm actually get a SD card and plug it in as well, so we can actually test it out. So the SD card that I got is right here. So I got the SanDisk Extreme Pro, and this is 256 GB. They do have it in different sizes that are smaller or bigger, so you can do your own research to see which one is best for you guys. But if you guys plan on doing like 4K video, it's definitely really important for you guys to get the Extreme Pro one. So let me actually open this up and then plug it in to show you guys how it works. So I just want to cut it on the top part right here. Alright, and it should open. Alright, so we got it out right here. Let's open it up. Alright, so when you take it out, you can see this is basically what the product looks like. So it comes in this very nice case to hold the SD card, so it's well protected. And then when you guys take it out, this is basically what the product looks like. If you can see, pretty high quality. It definitely tell you guys the read speed on there, how much storage space is in there, and also the type of SD card that we have. So we got the Extreme Pro right here. So all we need to do now is to insert it into our device and start using it. So I just plug in my camera right here, push it in all the way. Alright, so we got it in there. So once you plug it in, then you start using it. So we want to close it back up. If we turn it on the top part here, alright, eventually it turns on. So I'm actually finished setting up the actual camera here first. And then right here it tells us to download the app. If you guys want to transfer the photos and videos via the app, you guys can definitely do that option right here. Alright, so it's all set. Eventually we can start using it. So this is basically what the camera looks like in the front. And this is basically what the product looks like if you guys were to use it. So we just take a photo. You can see that actually does work. Pretty easy to use. So you can definitely see the actual product itself. It does work if you guys do use the SD card. But if you guys want to do 4K videos, let's test that out. So I'm going to change the setting right now to do videos. Alright, so we got the video setting on right here. Let's start recording. Alright, so you can see that it's starting to record. And it definitely works pretty well. So right now, recording in 4K video. And it actually looks really clear. So the SD card definitely supports on the actual device when you guys use it, which is definitely super awesome. Alright, so you can see that it's starting to record. And it definitely works pretty well. So right now, recording in 4K video. And it actually looks really clear. So the SD card definitely supports on the actual device when you guys use it, which is definitely super awesome. And for the screen that's on the product, it's actually touchscreen as well. So that way you can actually touch different parts and focus on different parts if you guys want to, which is pretty cool. And on top part right here, they do have a hot shoe option where you can actually open that part up and actually put it on the mic cover on here. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So when you take it out, you guys see this is what it looks like. You guys want to take out the hot shoe right here, and you guys want to insert this in here. So it goes this way like this. Push it all the way. So that way you can actually block off any of the wind from getting on the microphone right here, which is pretty cool. And that way you guys don't have to buy your own mic cover or whatever, because they provide you guys this option right here. Because when we take out this part right here, if you can see on top right here, I'm assuming right here is a microphone that's built onto the product. And for this product, you guys actually have a flip screen that doesn't go up like the one I'm using right here, but instead it goes this way like this. Eventually, it looks pretty cool. So you can see right here, it goes this way. But for the one that I'm using right now, right here, the Canon G7x Mark III, the screen actually pops up like this instead of like this way. So that's definitely one of the difference between this vlogging camera versus the one I'm using right now. But I'm actually change this around and set it up right here and see what the difference is. And we'll also test out the audio as well without any microphone that's plugged in here. Alright, so now we're using this camera that I'm reviewing, which is the Sony ZV1. If you can see, this is basically what the quality sounds like and what the audio sounds like if we don't use any microphone and do any changes. So you see the size of the video or the movie right here, it zooms up a lot more than what I'm using for my Canon G7x Mark III. And the reason why is because it's using a different lens when it's recording videos if I had to compare it to my Sony camera that we're using right here. So depending on how you see it, it could be a good thing or a bad thing. For me, I could kind of see it like a bad thing because I have to put my camera even further away if I want to record stuff, which is a little bit inconvenient. Another bad thing to say about the camera is the fact that when I'm recording stuff, if I look the way how I'm recording it right now, I keep looking at my right side because that's where the screen is instead of looking straight. Compared to when I'm using this camera here with the Canon G7x Mark III, the actual display screen right here. So when I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking directly on here so I know I'm recording. Whereas for this one here, I can look at the right side, so I need to focus myself on the camera on there instead of how it actually does it on here. So that's definitely one to remember or consider when you guys are using this camera to record stuff. To look straight in the camera and don't look at the actual display screen, because if you guys do, then the whole video will be you just looking at the screen instead of the actual lens itself. So if you guys do plan on using this outdoor to do vlogs or editing, it should be fine. Unless if you guys want to get more coverage in your screen, on your videos or whatever, you probably want to get another camera that has a bigger lens because this is probably not enough for you guys. But in terms of the quality of the image or the video that's on here, it's actually pretty good. Alright, so we're back to the original camera right here with the Canon G7x Mark III. Eventually, you guys can see a lot more stuff in this video because of the lens a little bit different. But so far from the camera, everything seems pretty good. Good quality image, good quality video. Only issue that I have is the lens is too close when I'm recording stuff, especially at the setting that I have right here. If you guys are recording your videos in a different setting where you have a little bit more further back away or whatever, then you should be fine. Especially if you guys don't have like a backdrop like what I have right here, then you should be fine as well. But because I have this backdrop right here, this camera that I'm using right now, which is the Canon G7x Mark III, is much better. But that's basically everything in terms of the camera and how to use it and the actual quality and everything. You see it's pretty good. And right now, you can see we have it plugged in a cable right here to recharge the battery because the battery is dying. So you guys can definitely plug in the cable to recharge it while recording as well, so your battery can never die, which is pretty awesome. And another thing that I've got to mention is this part right here. You can see the way how they design it is pretty cool. It's definitely a little bit different than the one that I have right now on my camera, but definitely having one of these is really useful when you guys are recording videos because it's encoded like this and you can take photos or videos or whatever, which is pretty convenient. But I still think the Canon G7x Mark III is much better when it comes to having this option right here because the way how they design it looks a lot better and actually feels a lot better too. This one feels a little bit cramped and not a lot of space to work with, whereas the Canon G7x Mark III is out a little bit more, so I have a better grip when I'm recording stuff. But so far as the first hand perspective of the actual product itself, it seems pretty good. Everything about it is very unique. Definitely very different than the one I'm using right now, but I'll definitely have to do like an update video or a more in-depth video of testing it and bring outdoor and recording stuff and probably do like vlogs and photos and everything and really test it out to see how the performance is. But that is basically everything that's on the product. Now that we can unboxing and testing the actual product itself, now to answer the question of whether or not it's actually worth it or not. So far, like I mentioned, as a first-hand perspective, it does seem like it's pretty worth it. So in terms of the price range, it's around the same price range as the one that I got right now, which is the Canon G7x Mark III. But like quality-wise and everything seems pretty good. Everything seems about the same. But like I mentioned earlier, the only thing that I have issue with is the lens that's on here when I'm recording stuff. It seems like a little bit too close comparing to the camera that I'm using right now. What you guys see right now is better for the videos I need to record right now. But if I want to be a little bit more close up, then this one's definitely perfect for you guys to use. And this is definitely perfect for people who want to do like vlogging. So if you guys want to do live streaming or something, this is actually pretty worth it for you guys as well. But then obviously for those guys who don't want or don't need one or have to use one of these, then obviously don't buy one and save your money for something else actually you do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out and it will definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.